How important is family support for you or friend support?
Um, it's important, but it's not necessary. I've learned since being an author that the last people that will support you is your family. I have my immediate family that supports me, but when it comes to my other family, I don't even think they've read a book or know what I'm up to or anything like that. But I will say, and I always say this when authors reach out to me and ask me for advice, don't expect your first sale to be from a family member. Just don't. Because they'll, and maybe if you have a family that's close knit like that, that's good for you. But not, what I've learned was your family's not going to be the first that's going to support you. They're not going to go out and buy your book. They're not going to share your link or anything like that. So,
Do What have you learned about yourself during this journey of being an author?
hmm, that I am resilient, that I will get through anything, even when I feel like I can't. And yeah, resilience.
What do you say to that person that be like, "Oh, she just wrote that little old book"? How do you combat that? Because some people don't realize the struggle. You have to be a self starter. You have to research. What do you say about to those people that be like, "Oh, that's just a
Well,
little old book. She not. That's
they,
not a real occupation."
I've had, when I first started writing, my books used to be for 99 cents on Amazon. And this is during that time when everybody that wrote ebooks, all the books were 99 cents. And I remember somebody from my neighborhood, she was like, "Well, how you gonna, have it a living when your books is 99 cents?" She did something to clown the fact that it was 99 cents. And I remember I went home and I was kind of like embarrassed a little bit. Like, yeah, my books are 99 cents. Like, how the hell I'm gonna have, because I was working at the time still. Like, how I'm gonna earn a living? And now they asking for free books. So I just take it as what it is. Like, anything, I don't, when somebody immediately says little book, you're being a hater. And I don't even give that energy. Cause I'm gonna keep being me and they gonna keep being them.
What do you love about being an author, and what do you hate about being an author?
I love that I get to connect with so many readers. I love that I get to create these worlds that they fall in love with, and these men and women that they love to love and hate to hate. Um, the things I hate that I can't never turn my brain off. My brain is always going 24/7. So even when I want to be tapped in sometimes with my family, my brain is calculating my next move, my next plot, or a chapter that I need to write. So yeah,
So, uh, I'm trying to ask this question because I think it's gonna be like a little not cryptic, but it's more so. Okay, I'm just gonna ask it. What makes a good book boyfriend, a good character, a good book girlfriend? What are the ingredients of a good character?
I would say for me, they they obviously gotta be a little crazy. We love a little crazy. Um, they have to be that they're hard to the world, but they soft to their girl kind of situation. Respectful. They can't be cursing out their girl. I will read a book, and if I see that I can't finish it, only because I just hate when it's back and forth with a character, and the guy is rude or disrespectful. I mean, rude is fine. Disrespectful is not for me. Um, and they gotta be fine. They gotta be fine.
Listen, BDE energy all day long.
Right. That's what they gotta have. They gotta have all of that.
and they got to know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Somebody had a question. Will you host your own book event?
Yes, I am working on something, so stay tuned.
Okay, let me know because we can talk about it on Pop Your Shit.
I will definitely let you know.
um, what makes a good villain? Because Tasha, Ella,
um,
Kendra,
I would say a selfish person. That is the one thing that Tasha, Kendra, all of them they have in common is a very selfish person. They're selfish, um, super self-centered, delusional because Tasha and Kendra were most definitely delusional. Ace was too.
and Jesse too.
Yes, all of them were all delusional, and they just gotta kind of be a bitch a little bit. Like they gotta. Jesse was just like the ultimate bitch to Capri. Kendra was the same, and Tasha was too.
Why do you feel like Capri had to allow those type of people in her life?
Because she was a people pleaser. She felt like because these were her girls, so to speak, or people she went to college with and knew that she had to remain around them. And then she also didn't really have a great example because Jean wasn't being all that, nice to her. So she kind of like had her mom being nice, nasty to her too. So she kind of just went with it because that's what she was used to in a way.
Um, what is the one thing you will always include in your books?
Hmm. Dolphin slander.
Explain that because I don't know what dolphin slander is.
I don't like dolphins, so I will
Okay.
never miss a moment.
Oh, Eric, duh. Woo! Okay. Yeah. 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 And the elephants. Oh my God, that won't be out. I was like, if she don't go see what more elephant. um, somebody else asked in the chat, will Jaden get a story still, or does he have enough to get a story?
Yes, Jaden will get a story. His story is actually the start of my basketball sports romance because Jaden's gonna get drafted, and his story ties into Core's story a little bit too. So he's definitely gonna get a story.
I love that, and I'm gonna go back to my other questions, but I love that Cap Capella and I'm gonna call him Baby Cap and Jaden were best friends. I love that. It was like, okay, man, you if you can't talk to nobody, you can talk to me. They be
Right.
crying and everything together. I love that you show that side of men that it's okay to
And a lot of people, I think they tend to forget because Baby Cat was kind of out in them streets doing him already before he came into the fold. He's not that much older than Jaden. So when he messed up in part 3 and all of that stuff, he's young. Like he's still young and he's not that much older than Jaden. So we gotta give him some time to grow. Let him come. We know he that big stepper. He comes from Big Cat. We gotta let him, let him get there.
um these character names, Quasim, Cormier, Menace, Caselli, they're all kind of mafia type names. Or is that the description, the names that you're naming them, is that the description that you're intending it to be? Or is that just
Not really. I mean, Kinsella with Menace wasn't. It gives mafia vibes to me a little bit. And Menace kind of has like this mafia undertone because nobody really knows what Menace gets into other than he's counting his grapes and not squeezing his toothpaste. So he his kind of have, mafia undertones, but the Capadonna is from Wu-Tang because I'm from Staten Island, so I kind of got that name from one of the members of Wu-Tang. And then Capone, like, I guess you could say Mafia Corleone too, but I wasn't really even, I don't know, thinking about the mafia when I came up with their names. I was just like, I need some C good fire names that all go together.
Somebody said, I want to know how you came up with the name Pissy.
Listen, they was on Mir's neck about. He didn't even know why they was calling him that. That's the crazy part.
Ah, Jesus, build a fence. um, but the girls had soft names. Joy. Was that intentional? Aaron.
Yes, because it was kind of the. I'm a big fan of letting the man be the man. So it was like, let the men be the strong ones. And I didn't want the women to be soft, but, because we know Joy and Erin, they will pull, and Capri, where they pull their things out quick.
Aaron, I mean Amy too, because Amy was like, "You're not gonna leave me out. I
Right.
got you."
And they make sure they women, aren't defenseless. But I definitely wanted them to have, soft names. And I also gave Joy, because the name Aliyah means joy. So I wanted it to be, because I know a lot of people was going to say, like, how to pronounce Aliyah, because a lot of people was calling her Aaliyah or Leia. So I was like, I wanted to give her a nickname too. So it worked out perfect because her name means joy.
In Jahquel land, the Delgados, the Infernos, and I'm just gonna say Jahquel land. Will we see the kids' names? I mean, the kids come in with their own books, like some of them.
Maybe. I mean, I would love to write Ryder because she's such, even as her character, she's young, but you just know she's gonna be a badass when she gets older, and she's gonna love bikes because her dad and her uncle and her grand, like, she comes from bikes. So I definitely will give them like a little college, them going to college, CJ and Ryder going to college, but no time soon.
Okay, okay. Um, Good question here. One of my questions. What would your readers be shocked to know about you?
Hmm. I'm shy.
I know you fucking lying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you lying.
I
Really?
really am. I am. I'm very shy. I'm in person. I am very shy. I'm very introverted. I don't even speak to my neighbors. I rush to my car like so. Yes, but not a lot of people know that because I don't present that online. But I am very shy. Like, when in person, I'm looking for my husband because he's like my source of like comfort. But I'm very shy and introverted.
Okay. 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 I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Um, what's your favorite trope to write?
I love an age gap.
Really?
Yes, I love age. I don't know why, but I just love age. It might be the daddy issues in me, but I just love age gap.
So, are you gonna write an age gap in one of these characters?
Well, with Sky and Core, they kind of got a little age gap going. Alaya and Cap,
Yeah.
but I am writing one in a romance that I actually really really like. And is it an age gap? No, that's not really age gap. But yeah, I'm writing one in a romance that I'm working on. So
So, do you do work on more than one project at a time?
yeah, I definitely go back and forth. But when I'm really, really like tapped into one, I kind of stay on that one unless I'm gonna be writing my ideas from another one into the same book and confusing myself.
Do you give yourself deadlines?
I do.
What's the trope that you hate the most?
Hmm. I can't say I hate any. I'm I'm pretty easy going when it comes to books and tropes. I'm not really a picky reader, so I can't say that I hate any. Maybe enemies to lovers, but I don't really hate it. It's not really my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What genre do you want to get into that you haven't tapped into yet?
Hmm. I would say paranormal. I have a paranormal book that I wrote, but I just haven't really released it. So I would say paranormal. Oh, thriller's a good one too. I would love to do a thriller. I love a good thriller.
What about dark romance?
I would love to do dark romance too. But then I don't want y'all to get me committed, so I don't know.
First of all, dark romance is a thing. The girls are loving it. We need more dark romance on this side. Um, what genre would you never write?
Historical romance?
Um, is romance always going to be the core of any book that you write?
As of now, yeah. I just love love. As of now, yeah. I just love love.
I agree. I love it too. Um, what are the three things that you must have and while you're in your writing process?
A Pepsi Zero, Dots pretzels, and a candle.
Okay. Okay. Do you have to have music while writing or does it have to be silent?
It depends. I usually write with music, but if I'm writing a scene that's too intense, I will have to turn. I'll take my headphones off. Like, all right, let me write this because this is getting too heavy for me.
Is it easy to write sex scenes?
Yeah.
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell. Blank and fill in the blank. Blank is life.
Reading is life.
Okay. Okay. Fill in one more blank. My pen is blank.
My pen is phenomenal.
I'm gonna say lethal. Um, how do you balance home life and your career, your writing career, your business?
I I I'm not the best at balancing it. But I'm getting there. I try to not work as much and try to be, tapped in with my family when it's family time, even if my mind is, still going. But I definitely try to have that balance, and it's one of my resolutions for 2025 to get better at it. So, it's definitely something I'm working on.
Okay. Have a question. Out of all the books you've written, which one is your favorite?
Hmm. That's like asking a favorite child. Um, I'm gonna go with Never Better Thanks.
Out of your catalog, which book do you wish got more readership?
A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Okay. Hold on, let me write it down. All right. Because this it's on my list to read like in the next 30 days. Um, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself being a mom, um, still happily married, and tapping into films and movies.
Okay. Okay.
So
Um, has anybody has with the success of the Delgados and now the Infernos are making a play in the Vanducci's and the Cromwells. Um, do you foresee that coming to a screen near me?
I hope so. I've spoken to my cousin who's a filmmaker, and it's something that we're gonna see about, but it's nothing in for sure. But it's something that I really want to work on. But I only want to do it if it's done right, because we've seen books turn to movies, and we're like, oh, it should have just stayed a book. So it's definitely something.
Do you see it as a movie or do you see them as a miniseries, like
I
a
think
Power or something like that?
a mini series, only because there's so much going on in each book. So I definitely feel like a movie wouldn't do it justice. It couldn't cover everything.
Okay. Okay. I see that. I see that. I see that. I see that. And I'm gonna need whoever entertainers that's in here, because I know Eric LaSalle has scrolled his little cell phone in here yesterday. If you scroll yourself in here today, sir, I'm gonna need you to read that series and get back to her ASAP. Um, when you're writing, do you have to have a title first, or do you create it during the process, or you create it at the end?
I definitely have to have the title. I feel like I can't connect with the book if it's untitled. And I used to when I first started. I used to have untitled books, and I used to have the hardest time coming up with a title. But within the last few years, like I have to have a title, and sometimes I have to have a cover. It depends. If I have the vision for the cover ahead of time and I order it, then I'm ready to go. But most time, I one of the things I have to have is a title for sure.
Do you have to have visuals?
I don't have to have them. I just started doing the visuals for the Delgados. I used to do visuals just off like real people, but it wasn't really anything like now like actual like celebrities and stuff like that I would use. But I don't have to have the visuals. I just feel like it makes it more realistic, because when I'm working on a certain character, I'll have their actual visual on the side of while I'm writing, and it makes it real for me.
Define your idea of the great American novel.
Hmm. What I think a great a novel is
The great American in your eyes, not what society thinks, but what do you think it should be?
Black love.
Okay, I agree with that. Um, what's your definition of success?
Happiness, peace.
Do you think you've achieved it?
Not the peace part, but the happiness is cool.
Okay. Do you feel like you're a successful author?
I do.
And you should. And you should. I think, ma'am, when I tell you you need to pop your shit everywhere, and not being boastful, but more so, you got it.
Thank you.
You got it. I know sometimes we struggle to try and get it. It's like every these last 50 books, you swing it out the park. You swinging it out the park. What was the hardest book to write?
Mm, Out of my whole catalog,
Mhm.
um, I would say it would be not one book; it would be a series, and I would say the Lenox Hill series.
Okay. What was the hardest character to write?
Um, Ember.
Okay. And that came from the Lenox Hill.
Mhm.
Okay. Who was the easiest to write? Which character was the easiest to write for you?
Astoria.
Okay. Okay. Um, outside of Tatiana, who would be your dream collab author that you would love to collab with?
Hmm. I would say Siobhan Latrice.
Why do I see that?
That's
Why do I see y'all meeting in LA? Because that lady,
my girl.
I see that. Um, I understand that you have a monster book coming out.
I do, I do, I do.
Will this tie into the Jahquel world? Will we see these characters?
It will. It kind of did already. I've mentioned them, and I want to say Capri 2.5. I mentioned the family. After Kwame takes Poopsie from that guy, I mentioned he's in debt with the Amante cartel.
You
So,
did.
mhm.
Okay, so is is that gonna be a novella or is that gonna be a pretty lengthy book?
It's not gonna be a novella, but it's not gonna be lengthy. It's gonna be the setup to the cartel. So it's gonna be the introduction of you meeting them and figuring out and knowing who they are. And then I'll have something coming following that later this year.
Girl, when I tell you be working, working, working. Um uh what is something that everybody loves but you hate?
My voice. I hate my voice. I don't know why. Every time I hear my voice, I'm like, that's how I sound?
Girl, I'm gonna need you to get that come on back because first of all, you so New York right now. I love it. First of all, I'm California. I'm from California, so anybody who has that New York accent, I'll be totally drawn like a moth to a flame. I'm there. um, how many projects approximately do you think you're gonna have in 2025?
Hmm. I would say at least, and I only have one half of 2025 mapped out. So I would say so far, I have about seven.
Ma'am, ma'am, Miss Arthur, ma'am. Seven. Oh,
My goal is to take the summer off this summer. Last summer, well, this past summer, I worked all the way through summer, so I didn't really get to give my sister a proper summer. So my goal is to take the summer off, but I will have books completed so I could just release them while I'm off.
I heard that. I heard that. Will you be at any book events for 2025?
I will be at a few actually. I will be in March, the Bulls Books and Bling. April I'll be at the Miami Book Expo. Um May I'll be at the Black Romance in Atlanta and I think it's the Black Romance Book Fest. I'll be speaking on I think two panels. Um where are we? May. Um June, I will be in the UK for a book event there. I haven't even announced that one yet. But and then is it July? September I'll be in Milwaukee. Um and then in September I'll be in Chicago. And October I'll be at Southern Hearts.
You're not taking the summer off. You might be taking the summer off, right? But you're still working.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I'll see you in March.
Oh, you're gonna be
Maybe
there?
I didn't already pre-ordered. I think I pre-ordered probably the majority of your catalog.
Oh, so good. I get to see you and take a picture.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, how important is refreshing or updating your covers? Because your covers are fire.
I I try. I don't update them often, but the last time I updated, like I just updated, I believe Homie Lovers and Friends, and I the last time I updated it, the first one was when I first put them back on Amazon after they were under my publisher. And I wasn't in love with that cover, but I was like, I just need to put them back up because everybody wanted them up because they had been down for so long. So I'm slowly redoing mostly all my covers. Some of the ones will stay the same, but for the most part some will change.
Do you feel like the cover helps sells your book?
Absolutely. I'm a visual person. So when I see a book, when I'm reading or I'm buying books, like I sometimes will buy a book with a pretty cover and don't even read the synopsis. After when I get home, I'm like, oh, this is what this is about. Don't even know what it's about, but it was a pretty cover.
I feel like um, whatever the initial cover is going to be, that's what I'm buying. I don't care if it looked like a club flyer or not. I'm buying. That's the book. It is what it is. It is what it is. Um, if you can invite 5 authors to dinner, dead or alive, who would it be?
Hmm. I would go Casey Mills,
Mm-hmm.
um, Nina, Kiki Swinson.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me see. Hmm. Siobhan Latrice. Um, and I will go C. Wilson.
I'm just gonna ask that you allow me to serve the food. Be the or let me be your bartender. Because I am a licensed bartender. Just let me in the room because I want to hear that conversation. Because my list changes weekly. You have been on my list a couple of times. Today you were on it with who were you on it with? You were on it with see when you have too many notes on this paper, it's ridiculous. I think you were on it with who are you on it with? See, look at God. You don't want me to answer. Um I can't remember who you were on it with, but you were on that list today. Um, you were on it with E. Bowser. I need that collab. Let me not even care. I need that collab.
I have to get into this product of the streets because I've been here. The streets been talking. I gotta hear. I gotta read this.
Ma'am, when I tell you I've asked several people, um, I've asked several people, uh, what was their favorite series this year? It's mine was I can't choose. Yours, product of the street, and Nina's them Porter Boys. I can't choose. I
Those
mean
are
chokehold on my neck.
I have to start the product of the streets. And I have Nina. I actually met Nina and got my books from her. So I have to start hers too. And I was able to catch her sale and get the rest of the porters. So I'm definitely gonna be taking my time and getting into some of these books because I've been hearing a lot about the Porter Boys and the product of the. I've been hearing product of the streets like crazy.
Now, when you get to book, uh, is it book 4 and get behind that curtain, just be alone, or your husband may need to be near, because her mind, woo,
I
just
I
be ready,
for sure. Because I've
be
been hearing
ready.
nothing about nothing but the product of the streets, and I need to tap in. I feel left out.
Child, and a time was had. Just know, I think you will be pleased. So my 5 dinner guests today were you, um, Cherie C. Carr, aka Triple C, that's what we call her. E. Bowser, Nina, and Siobhan Latrice. And then I think I had a bonus person, and I want to say it was either Octavia Grant. It was Octavia Grant. That was my bonus person.
That's a good table.
I'm just saying.
That's
I just want to be in the room. I just want to be in the room. Um, in your catalog, which characters pissed you off when writing?
man. I'm gonna go with. There's so many. Like there's. I'm gonna go for sure with Mello from Homie Lovers and Friends. He pissed me clean off. Oh. Um. And I think that's why when people were so like shocked with Naheem and what he did, I really wasn't bothered because Mello walked, ran so Naeem could run. So I'm gonna go Mello. I'm gonna go Eves from Confessions of a Housekeeper. Gia from there. Um I'm gonna go with Free from Staten Island Love Letter. Liberty for sure. She pissed me off. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with them.
Okay, okay, okay. I like that. I like that list. I like that list because I'm just gonna tell you right now, because I started with Capone. What's the chick that called out Sky?
Ashlyn, I believe.
Baby, when I tell you I want to come through that book, I had to remind myself these people are not real.
They will bring you to it. They will make you feel like that. Make you want to cuss at your Kindle, your phone.
I had to remember that these people are not real. Um, I have a few more questions, and I think that's it. Um, do you ever view any of your books as the great American novel?
Mm, no, I don't think I do.
Why?
I don't know. I'm very tough on myself. So it's something I'm working on in therapy, but I'm very, very hard on myself. Too hard, my husband says. But I don't know. I'm not somebody who will, if you've met me in person, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm an author. I don't think the only reason my neighbors, one of my neighbors knows is because my husband, he got a big mouth. But I'm not gonna tell you like any person that I think my loctician, she didn't find out until like a year in, and she was like, "Why did you never tell me you was an author?" It's not something. I don't know.
I need to know why. I just don't understand why you don't. I mean, I know you go to the book events and you promote it online, but why you just don't tell the people where you, I mean, they just don't recognize you. They don't, or they just not reading.
I mean, maybe they don't recognize me. I don't even think I'm that big to be recognized. I mean, I got recognized at the grocery store a few weeks ago, but I don't, in my head, I'm just regular Jahquel. Like I go about my day, like I get my self-care is going to Sam's Club and go about my day. So like in my head, I don't think I'm big enough to be recognized, or even when people want me to sign their books and stuff, it doesn't settle in that they want my signature and that this is what I do, because it feels surreal each time.
I don't have nothing for you, ma'am. I have nothing for you, but keep going. Um, my spirit is saying that I see bigger than Hollywood. I see a whole production company. I see a whole film company. I see somebody trying to buy up your catalog. I don't know where I see that. Um, my spirit is telling me that I'm sitting next to the one of the great American authors. Do you read outside of when you do read? Do you read outside of the Black community?
At one point, I was, because I was on the wrong side of TikTok. Apparently, I was on the other side, taking book recs, and then one day, I think I basically triggered my algorithm when I started posting my books, and I got on the right side. So I mean, I do read. I read Frida McFadden. I've read a few of her books. I never read a Colleen Hoover book, but I have one. They was recommending, I think, something about us ends with us, something us. But I have, but through and through, I'm a black romance urban. I'm a really a urban fiction girl. Give me the hood and I'm good. Like I want to read about the hood.
Do you have any fans outside of the Black community that be like, "Oh my God, this is fantastic," or do they even come to your side of outside of TikTok to read your books?
I do. I actually have a few. I have one. She's in Dublin, Ireland. Um, Another one. I believe she's in the UK. A few of them in the UK. Um, I have some here in America. So I definitely have like a broad, different readers from all walks of life.
I need those people to tap in, um, because I feel like. Do you feel okay? Quick question: do you feel like your writing style is better?
Then the other side,
Just so much because is it
I would
spicier? Is it more
I
interesting?
would say yeah, and the thing is, I when I was reading on the other side, it wasn't really my writing that I was like, I write better than this, or I can give something better than this. I was thinking of other authors, and I was just like, this is what's traditional. Like I know about six other authors that can do this whole storyline 10 times better. And it's just like, but it's like you have these companies, these publishers, and they don't want to put the money behind us because of who we are and what we write. But I definitely have read a book and I'm just like, I know like 6 different authors that can do this storyline so much better.
What's your advice for a new author?
Stay in your lane. Don't watch what other people's doing. Don't compare your success to somebody else's. I know a lot. I have a few that reach out to me and I mentor, and they'll, compare what they're going through versus somebody who's 6 years in. She's 6 years in. She's been doing this longer than you. You just got in here. So you can't really compare yourself to somebody that's been doing it longer than you, who's been able to build their, readers. So definitely stay in your lane. And I know sometimes it's hard when comparison is the thief of joy. So you see other people and what they're doing, and you can't help but to compare where you're at versus where they're at. But I always say, stay in your lane, mind your business, and just write books. Keep the drama in the books.
What's the best advice you've received?
Mind my business.
What's the worst advice you've received?
um,
Or can you say?
hmm. I would say it was releasing when I was under a publisher. It was releasing a certain book, and it was like you shouldn't do it, and I did, and it was a good book.
Do you feel that if you were to stay completely traditionally published, that you would be stifled a little bit?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna need you to stay independent. I'm gonna need you to stay indie. I'm gonna need you to stay indie. I need that in my life. Um, Last question. What hates to see you coming?
Hmm. Target. I know Target hate to see me. I know they be like, damn, she here again. Like, go home, girl. Oh, a cliffhanger definitely. A cliffhanger hates to see me coming because they know because I'm coming.
Are people ever surprised when it's not a cliffhanger? You just ended the book like you just did a standalone. It is just a one and done.
I think most of my readers last year, I think at the end of 2022, or was it early 2023, I released a cafe. And somebody just posted it in my group, and she was like, well, you was lying. I had wrote that I'm not writing for a 4-part series again in the end of the book. And that was the end. And I didn't. I stuck to it. I was only writing standalones for like 2023. And one of my readers, she was like, she calls them my little standalone. She teases me. She's like, we gonna take these little standalones, but when you getting back to series? And I was stuck on like, I'm not doing no more series. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And then Capone happened, and she posted it yesterday. Like, well, you sure didn't stand on business. And I'm like, why are you telling my business?
Are you a mood writer?
I am. If I'm feeling down, the character's definitely gonna be depressed. But if I'm feeling good, they're gonna be happy.
Okay, okay. Where can the people find you?
You can find me on TikTok if they don't take us away. At I am Ja. You can find me on Instagram at underscore Jahquel, Facebook Jahquel Jacobs or Jahquel J, and my reading group Jahquel J's official reading group. And that's all. Yeah, that's where you can find me. Or Amazon.
Okay. What about what's your website?
www.jahquel.com.
All right. Everybody, I just need y'all to clap it up. I need y'all to put it in the comments with some hand claps. How can we purchase books before we go?
I am going to open my site sometime next month. I'm just trying to get boxes and orders out now, so I don't want to open it up and take any more orders until everything is out. So I will post, I believe, next month when I'm going to open the site. So if you want to get Capone, Capri, Capadonna, and all those, you can get them then.
You see all them hand claps?
Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
See the roses? I'm just saying, ma'am, get this lady her flowers, give her some claps or something because it is so well deserved. I was so nervous to talk to you because I was like, I don't know how is she gonna be coming. And I was like, am I gonna ask the right questions? I just want people to really know your personality, not as well as your work. Where can they, if for a new reader to you, where should they start?
I would say they should start at Staten Island. No, In Love with a Harlem King.
Okay, because listen, I'm going back. Um, I have to write down my notes when I tell you the chokehold. I don't even know how to describe it. The chokehold was real. I'm 50 plus. It's women 60 and that's on this here app that be swooning over Capone, Capadonna, and Kwame right now. They waiting on Kwasim. They Goon, baby. I'm waiting
Lord,
on Goon.
y'all and Gerald. Gerald got all y'all in the chokehold.
I can't wait for Zoya and Gerald's story. Is that going to be a standalone?
I feel like it was, but the way that y'all got Goon out here, I can't make. I feel like I'm doing y'all a disservice if I give him one book. And Goon is really crazy for real, so
It was the jaywalking for me.
he wanted to work on his case. He was serious. Meanwhile,
I
he want
paid
to
a
work
damn
on
ticket.
he want to work on jaywalking, but you in a whole nother state on parole. Like Gerald, let's be serious.
So Gerald coming
Yes,
out of the clink clink.
he does, and he said and y'all read. He said he's coming home and he's coming straight for her. And I left little pieces of what their story is gonna be, the Bentley and the different things that is gonna tie in because Miss Zoya out here messing with, you know, his enemy. So but he said he don't care who she with or what she doing. When he come home, he's coming for Miss Lawyer.
So is Goon okay? So I know Goon is an infernal, right?
Yes.
Let me just get clear. And is he is he doing his own thing? Is he is equally standing on the same wavelength as Cap
Yes.
and Quamir?
He definitely stands on his own. So he can handle his own. He stands on his own. He got his own thing. He has money,
But he funny.
but he funny. And he crazy. He crazy for real.
Good, it's good for me. Now I might listen. I might be homie hopping too.
Exactly. He was in a whole nother country while on parole. Like Goon don't care.
Listen, I will leave y'all 2 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all fight over minutes. Now I might, slide question. One more question. One more question. I forgot about this question. Who is your book husband? Who is your book boyfriend out of your catalog, and who you sliding with?
Oh man, this is hard.
Not hard. This can't be hard.
How y'all can't even decide. Y'all want me to decide?
Yeah.
I'm
Who is your
gonna
book
go.
husband?
Hmm.
Who you slide? I mean, who's your book boyfriend, and who you sliding with?
Book husband. I'm going to go with Kwame. Book
Okay.
boyfriend. I'm gonna go with Ghost from Staten Island Love Letter. And who I'm sliding with? Um. I'm gonna go with Lawrence from Never Better Things.
Okay. Okay. So y'all done heard about this lady catalog. Y'all know where to find her. And when I say this lady, I mean that with the love. Now, if I start mamming you death like I've been mamming her in my videos, listen, listen. She get only because I got this button in my head, ma'am, ma'am. When I tell you, you deserve every church hat I have, every cowboy hat that I have, every fan, the blessed oil. Girl, I be throwing blessed oil at the phone screen. It is all of that. I got my friends in the chokehold because I tried to tell them. I tried to tell y'all, get on this. Y'all was playing with me. Now y'all in the chokehold trying to catch up because y'all know Kwasim's book is coming.
Everybody trying to catch up because they want to see what Simi's up to.
They trying to hurry up with the Zoo Boys because they trying to figure out when this collab is coming. When the collab is coming. Do you have any idea when that's coming?
We're aiming for spring, so sometime in the spring.
So y'all got a little bit of time.
A little bit of time.
Just a little bit. Ma'am, I so appreciate you coming on here. I do. I do. I do. I do.
Thank you for inviting me.
I know that you have another podcast that you're gonna be on pretty soon.
Yes.
So whatever questions, I don't know if Storm go help you with your questions. I don't know, but you're gonna catch her over there on the Black Girl Tired Book Talk podcast. I think she said the second. Oh no, that's me. I think I'm on the second. You're on which day are you gonna be on Storm?
I think the 4th.
Okay, so I'm on the second, she's on the fourth. Y'all want to see what I got to talk about? Because I already told y'all know I'm a crybaby, and I know Storm is gonna storm. So,
Lord, you got me nervous now.
no, no,
It was the no.
no. I feel like I owe Storm a lot of credit for starting Pop Your Shit.
Mm.
So, had it not been for her giving me saying, "Hey, girl, you should do it. We need more," I would have done it.
That's amazing.
So
why you gonna be crying?
that's probably why I'm gonna be crying because I'm a crybaby anyway. So talk about hold your tears and we real thugs. No, we not. I'm over here soft. Y'all catch her on Storm's podcast on the 4th. Make sure y'all listen. Y'all better go get them books. All of them. She told you where to start. She told you what books need a little bit more shine on it. I'm gonna need y'all to go over there because that's what I'm doing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure y'all liking her page, all platforms. Make sure you like my page. Tomorrow, this interview will be on YouTube tomorrow under the Book the Busy channel. It's right up here on the top. It's all one word. And make sure y'all show her some love. If somebody missed it, let them know. Check it out tomorrow on YouTube. So thank you
for having me.
And this is not the last time.
Definitely, I come on anytime. Just let me know.
This will not be the last time because, girl, we're going to have to catch up. Because, first of all, I feel like I'm going to have to go get me some blood pressure medicine by the middle of the summer. So
I can't even defend it because you might. It is
got all these people sliding down walls and stuff. Y'all have a good day. Happy reading. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.